Hello everybody! Welcome to the stream. Hello. Welcome on in everyone. How y'all doing today? Happy cozy Saturday. It is lovely to see you. Welcome. Hello. Hello, Nico. Hello, Moon Bunny. Hello, Lemon. Hello, Matt. Hello, Amity. Hello, Josty. Welcome on in everybody. I hope you're having a cozy Saturday and are having just a lovely time. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Pardon me. Yes, it is Avi Bree. Yes, I am a little avatar. Hello. Welcome. I am eepy sleepy today, so we're doing PNG tuber vibes. This also means I don't have to worry about lighting. Hooray! But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. I hope y'all are having an absolutely lovely Saturday. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be working on this coloring of our August pinup drawing. We're going to do a whole bunch of dragon rendering. I'm really excited for it. It's gonna be kind of crazy. We worked really hard on the lines, so I'm excited to absolutely crush it on the colors. So, though if you are interested in coloring along with me, this coloring page, this thing that you see on my screen right now, is completely free for you to download on my Ko-fi page. If you would like to go do so. You can also pay me money if you would like for it, but this, along with a bunch of other coloring pages, are free on my Ko-fi page that you can download and color whenever you want, whether it be digital or traditional. So, if you want to color along with me, quick little reminder that it's available right now. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. What have y'all been up to this weekend? I hope y'all have been having a great weekend. My weekend's been pretty chill so far. I played Ticket to Ride Legacy with my family yesterday and went to go see Deadpool and Wolverine with my brother. So that was pretty cool. Yesterday was pretty sick. I also finished playing a game called Chance of Sinar, if anyone has heard about that. If you haven't played that game and really like puzzle games or games about like language and environmental storytelling, I really highly recommend it. Chance of Sinar was like so cool. I probably took way longer to play it than most people would, because I'm a huge completionist, but it was super cool. I highly recommend it. Chance of Sinar was super fun. But yeah, I finished that game yesterday. I watched Deadpool and Wolverine, and I played Ticket to Ride Legacy, so like, all in all, a great day. And then today we're doing this, so far my weekend's going great. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be going to the Renaissance Festival. I realized that my tradition of going to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival every year, since I grew up there as a kid, I love going to the Minnesota, at least once a year, going to the Minnesota Renaissance Festival. And I realized that I am busy like every freaking weekend of September other than apparently tomorrow. So I'm going tomorrow. So yeah. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff happening. Busy but fun. Pardon me. Hell yeah, Chance of Sinar is awesome. Yes, Enthusi Amy has been playing that on her Sunday streams. It looks really neat. It's super cool. The environmental storytelling is really cool, and the language mechanics of like learning the symbols and how like the sentence structure works and like how things just kind of like work together is really cool. And I was like really afraid that it was going to be just one of those linear games where you couldn't like backtrack and like go back and like finish puzzles that you didn't understand before, but you can kind of go wherever. I mean, it's a little bit cumbersome to do so, but once you unlock like the travel points, you can like portal to anywhere in the tower, and it's pretty cool. So, yeah. If you like languages and environmental storytelling, heckin'. I have not played Heaven's Vault. That's another one that is on my list. I think I might own it. I can't remember, to be perfectly honest. I can't remember if I own it or not. But it's on my list. For sure. Heaven's Vault is a big one that I want to play. every once in a while I just kind of want to like lose my. Every once in a while I kind of just want to like lose myself to like a short, really cool, poignant game, and that was Chance of Sonar for me. Same with Strange Horticulture. Sometimes I just in myself just play a fun little game, and I'm like, this made me feel things that I didn't expect to feel. Good, good, good. Similar concept, super cool, beautiful illustrations. Okay, cool. I will definitely check out Heaven's Fall. It's on my list. It's on my list. When I get the itch. Yes, I do still gotta play Outer Wilds. I feel like that one is a bigger commitment though. And I feel like you personally, Nico, really want to watch me play it. So I haven't tried to play it offline yet. Pardon me. All right. But yeah, before we get into our lovely drawing, I do have a question for all of you. And based on Chance of Sonar and my wanting to feel things with video games, what is the most recent video game that you guys have played that made you feel things you weren't expecting? I am very sleepy, Justy. I'm quite sleepy. I thought I was doing better with my sleep schedule, but one night when you when you decide that you're gonna stay up until 2 a.m. hanging out with your family, and then you still wake up at like 10 a.m. and you're like, well, I sleep now. That's still only like, I know it's still like 8 hours, but I'm a 10 to 12 hour sleep girly, with the correct REM cycles. 8 hours if I get the correct REM cycles, 10 to 12 if I don't. Sea-Dog VA recently played the game in a single 16-hour stream. So not that big of a commitment. Yeah, Chance of Sonar took me 15 hours to play, but also took me 15 hours over the course of, like, I think 6 months. So, I'm, you know, I'm slow. But yeah. Anyways, before we get into, doing our stuff today, please let me know what a video game you played recently made you feel things you weren't expecting. That'd be super cool. I'd love to hear your guys' video game stories. But also, other than that, I have a few quick announcements to get through. The first of which is that, the bar at the bottom of my screen, is our monthly September goal, and we're halfway through the month already, so we're still quite a far away from the goal, but if you are interested at all in supporting me, and the best way to support me is through Kofi, any tips and donations on Kofi go towards this goal, as well as any commissions and memberships for my sticker club also go towards this goal. So a bunch of different ways for you to support me and also get something out of it, as well as the whole goal of the month is an art canvas swap collab, where me and another artist, another digital artist, will swap an art piece after like a certain amount of time, and we'll do like one piece and then another piece and then another piece, and then we have like a limited color palette, and we go back and forth until the piece is done, and we kind of see how our styles and concepts and stuff will meld, and we'll just back and forth swap it, and it'll be really, really cool. It'll be a really fun challenge. But yeah, I don't know. It's a hard thing to explain. Hey, thank you so much for supporting me on Coffee. Oh, you sweet person, you. The box of it went away, and I didn't see who it was, so I'm gonna go double check. Oh, Moon Bunny! Thank you so much, Moon Bunny. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. But yeah, it was me. Thank you, Moon Bunny. I appreciate it. Getting closer and closer to that goal. 20% out of 150. Heck yeah. Thank you, Moon Bunny. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be doing art canvas swap collab. I talked about it a little bit last stream and showed the video that inspired the collab. But the best way I can describe it is with a limited color palette and a timer, we will swap the canvas back and forth between us and kind of build a piece together. And it'll be super fun. I'm really excited, so I hope you all are too. The only other announcements that I have is that my coffee membership is still going strong. It is Libra stickers this month. I have Libra stickers all printed out and ready to go by the end of this month. So if you would like to grab a Libra sticker, it's only $5. You can grab a $5 monthly sub in my membership tier for the Fairy Falls membership tier on my coffee. Or if you're interested at all, I did drop earlier this week. I did drop a request that someone had for a sticker. I put the Gurren Lagann Gabri doodle that I did as a sticker on my coffee store. So if that is interesting to you at all as well, it's only $5. So go and grab a Gurren Lagann Gabri sticker or one of the many free coloring pages. And there's also a lot of other stuff in my shop as well. But yeah, go and check that out. Coffee is the best place to support me. I post a bunch of other stuff there as well. I've recently been posting, I scheduled a bunch of posts of sneak peeks of all of the dragons I've been doing, because if you follow me on Twitter, you will have maybe saw that I've posted that I've been drawing kind of exclusively dragons, other than, like, commissions and stuff for people, but for project work, I've been drawing, like, exclusively dragons for the last 2 weeks, and it's been super freaking fun. So, we're continuing that on stream today, as you can tell. But yeah, I have a few chibi dragons that'll be dropping as a supporter only reward that you can, like, get a sneak peek of them before the Trash at Treasure Kickstarter happens on October 14th. And some other dragons as well. So check that out. Check out my coffee. Keep it apprised on my gallery. I will be posting a bunch of dragon sneak peeks. So yeah. And that's really all I got. Oh, sorry. The one last thing is that to keep a lookout on your mailbox. I Crave the Loop is shipping out. Hopefully most of you have already got them. If not, please let me or John know. Also, other things that are shipping out are my Gadiant Pride Wing pins. I am currently in the process of fulfilling those. So if you backed my Kickstarter back in June, you should keep an eye out on your mail for that as well. It's a big mail month. Lot of mailing. So yeah. Those are all my announcements. Support me on coffee. Support me on coffee. Get the goal. Become a member. To get a sticker. Or get things off my shop. And check out my gallery. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm already sleepy. But yeah, we're continuing the trend of drawing a bunch of dragons today. And drawing a dragon woman. I just want to see you turn into a dragon woman. We gotta draw a dragon woman. A lot of dragons. It's hot dragon summer and hot dragon fall. All the dragons. Honestly, it's probably gonna be dragon winter, which is when most of my dragons that I'm drawing now are gonna be available for people to see. So I draw dragons in summer and autumn so that people can see them in winter and spring. Also, hi, Edgefit. Welcome on in. Hello. How's your day going? What have you been up to? Now we get into the coloring. Just some pen on screen ASMR for you all. And also, I'm glad you thought it was a good question, Nico. Take all the time you need to answer it. I knew that you would have an answer. My daily question. I want to try to do the daily question that both Ray and John do now, but brain is soft. Brain is soft, and I'm like, I only can think of things based on what I've talked about myself. Yeah, I'm full in the dragon headspace. I'm drawing dragons in so many different styles as well. Like, I'm drawing dragons in, like, my lineless style. I'm drawing dragons in, like, a fully rendered style. I'm drawing dragons in, like, a chibi style. Drawing dragons in flat color style. Like, a lot of projects that I'm on right now want dragons, but in various different styles, and it's hard to keep track, but I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I am loving it. And they also have, like, very different concepts of what dragons are, which is why I love dragons. Because no one thinks about dragons the same way. Like, in one of the projects, it's all about, like, seasonal dragons. And then another one of the projects, it's all about elemental dragons. And then versus, like, small baby dragons and big boy dragons. It's crazy. It's somewhat hard for me to answer because I haven't played anything aside from MTG Arena and TFT for the last 4 months. Oh, that is true. That is true. You've been confined to your phone, sadly, and haven't been able to play a whole bunch of stuff. companion quest for Sarah Morgan in Starfield is probably the latest big emotional moment I played in the game. What was that moment? Because I don't know, because with Chants of Sonara, I don't know if I got emotional, but it definitely made me feel things. Like, because, like, I didn't get emotional, like, oh my god, that was such a good story, or like, oh my god, I cried, or whatever, but it was, like, it definitely made me, like, feel things and, like, really contemplate, like, the connections between people and what we take for granted, and, like, the metaphor that was presented to me through the medium of disconnection. It was really, really interesting. And it made me really think about, like, how we connect and communicate across the whole world. And how cool that is. Oh, Dad! Thank you so much for the 49 months. Welcome back to Having Wings. Thank you so much, Dad. Welcome on in. Oh, I also have to figure out how the frick to do iridescence. Because Blossom is also iridescent. And I really don't know how I'm going to make her look iridescent. I think maybe the highlights are just going to have to be, like, bluish? This is gonna be a brand new coloring conundrum for me. The companion quest for Sarah Morgan in Starfield is probably the latest big emotional moment I played in the game. Generally got super invested in the character there. Paused my playthrough after marrying her to wait for more patches and DLC to make the game better before I went to play it again. Aww. So Sarah Morgan is ex-military, and during a battle her ship got destroyed and she got separated from her crew as they crash landed with emergency shuttles on a dangerous planet. First part of the quest has you finding her escape pod where you pick up an old signal that was sent from the other shuttle. Ooh, cool. You then go there to find out that while Sarah got rescued from the planet, the rest of her crew got stuck in a jungle full of extremely deadly aliens to find their camp, and inside it, a little girl. Oh no! The blue highlights really do make the pink pop. That looks really good. Turns out the crew had survived on the planet for several years. 2 of them had a kid together, but since then they all died except for the kid. So now you go out and kill the thing that killed them, gather the dead soldiers, dog tags, and you have to convince the little girl to come with you back to your organization's home base. Damn. Poor little girl. Hey, hi Haku, welcome on in. How's your Saturday going? It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. I'll be lurking, but hope y'all have a chill vibe. Thank you. It seems like a chill and lurking sort of day, so you fit right in. Just sort of a quiet pen ASMR vibe. If anything happened to Sona, I've only known about her in the Cliff Notes version of a game that Nico described to me. But if anything happened to Sona, I would kill myself and then everyone else. I would literally go full Scarlet Witch for Korra and Sona. Aww. Anyone that would go full Scarlet Witch for a video game character is good in my book. I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance, or as my friends and I call it, Peasant Simulator. A very fun open world game set in part of the Holy Roman Empire, which is now Czech Republic. Oh, interesting. What kind of gameplay loop is it, Jafet? Does that give a little bit of the iridescent vibe? Like, I feel like it could, it's definitely, pardon me, it definitely could be shinier. But I don't know. Maybe it's too soft. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Nobody harm my daughters, or I will boot you out the airlock. It's an open world RPG. You play a blacksmith's son from a town that gets raided, and you're trying to get back the last sword your dad made before he lost his life in the raid, so that you can give it to the lord of the village. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Very, very, I don't know. Is that medieval? It's very, it gives that very medieval vibe. I don't think it's accurate, to the actual time that it's representing, but it gives the vibe of a medieval fairy tale sort of historical fantasy sort of vibe. Very cool. Makes sense that you would call it the peasant game. Feudal Europe, yeah. And the history with the Western Schism is a major part of the game. The raid is also a historical event. Cool. Okay. So yeah, very very historical fantasy. Sweet. That's really awesome. I've been really liking getting into historical fantasy recently. Mainly just because it's I like how people interpret the past in interesting ways, and I think that's really cool. How like nitty gritty is it an RPG in like open world RPG in the sense of like Assassin's Creed vibes and like like Assassin's Creed and Horizon Zero Dawn and like big open world vibes, or is it like more like open world survival crafting where it's like very meticulous and you have to like survive and stuff? It's very involved. You track nourishment, get drunk, you repair gear, which has durability. Okay, okay, so it's making me feel a little bit like a mix between survival crafting and full like open world vibes. Cool. I know it's definitely not this game, but it's picturing that game that Haku was playing during a community day like a year ago, 2 years ago. I can't remember, but like they were running a medieval town and they had to like take care of all of their like peasants, and it was like super nitty-gritty and like basically just like a feudal Europe life simulator. Probably not the same gameplay loop, but I'm kind of getting that like gritty vibe from what you're describing. Medieval immersive sim. When you hunt, the food goes bad if you keep it too long. You can make it last longer by cooking and character perks, etc. Interesting. Yeah, very, very immersive. Very, very immersive. They want you to understand the hard life of living in feudal Europe. Hence Peasant Simulator, yep. Peasant Simulator turns out to be an incredibly accurate title. Incredibly accurate. Diddly pling. I forgot to turn my phone off of, turn my phone on to do not disturb. I should do that. Also, like, if we're talking about games that made us feel stuff this year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was this February, so it feels like it came out 10 years ago, but that's probably just because there was so much of it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was also in development. Like, didn't it get, like, I mean, it got broken up into 2 game releases, so There's also that. It's been kind of a little bit of a phenomenon. Okay, wait, it's in 3 games? It's made into 3 games? Jesus Christ. Remake, Rebirth, and the untitled third part coming out in the future. Well then, there we go. I thought it was done. No wonder it feels like it's been forever. It just keeps going. There's like a good 40% of the original game that they haven't gotten to yet. What the heck? There's 40% of the game that they haven't gotten to yet? Still? How big was the original? How big was the original? My goodness. Hi, Chrissy. Welcome on in. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just rendering our dragon lady. How are you doing? Lot of dragon lady to render. Oh boy, so much. Final Fantasy VII Remake covers roughly the first 6 hours of the original game, but they got expanded to 35 to 40 hours of story content. What? It was 6 hours, and then it turned into 35 to 40 hours. My god. When the original came out, a game that filled a whole CD with game, not just having incidental music, was huge. Final Fantasy VII came out on 4 discs. Ridiculous. And that... Damn. Came out on 4 discs. That is kind of crazy. It was 3 discs? It's still huge. No matter what, that's still big. For the time. The third part of the remake trilogy is going to be the whole second disc of the original. What about the third disc? Was the third disc number 2? Disc 3 was the final dungeon and side quests. Oh. Third disc of the original is pretty much just the final dungeon. That's kind of... Third disc being just the final dungeon of the game is kind of crazy. That must have been a huge-ass dungeon. It's not. It's just the cutscenes that really take up the space. I guess that's fair. Animation takes up a lot of space. When did Final Fantasy VII come out? Like the original? '95, '96? Okay. Yeah, I was like... I don't think it was much before my time, but it was definitely before my time, because 3 discs when I was a kid was kind of normal. Like, I remember Zoo Tycoon had like 1 billion. Same with like WoW and stuff. And The Sims. $19.97. Final Fantasy VIII was 4 discs. Oh. Hey! Thank you so much, Amity! The twins, Breed and Bridget. Hell yeah! Amazing quick doodle. We gotta get the twins together. Thanks, Amity, for the redeem. I really appreciate it. You did it. You got there. You got enough. You got enough fairy dust. Oh, I'm sure I would love the story. My work here's done. Time to shower. Hell yeah. Go get clean, Amity. Thank you so much for hanging out. I definitely think I would like the story. That is another thing, once again, where it would take me probably forever to finish. But I'm sure I would really like it. Five ever to finish, in fact. Yeah. Yeah. That would take me many, 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 many streams. It'd be cool, but it would be, like, pretty much all I do for a long time. Speedrunners beat the games without swapping discs. Ooh. That's fun. I bet retro speedrunners really had to have, like, just a whole new system. Just, like, they're probably so much... I mean, speedrunners now are also very impressive, but, like, they gotta have just been even more impressive than speedrunners nowadays. Because everything was just so much more complicated. Or so much more simple back then. Kinda really depends on the game, I guess. There's a whole section of the original game that's just chocobo breeding. My goodness. That really is a big game, especially for that time period. baby girl. Nope, she left. I was just about to turn on the camera, too. Come on, Mill. Work with me here. The people don't just want pen on tablet ASMR. We did hear a little mew. Aww. I'm glad you heard the little mew. She's been getting more vocal recently. I think mainly because Dandy's been very vocal. She's trying to mimic him so she can get attention too. Hey, hi Ike, welcome on in. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How was your stream? I hope the sketchathon was awesome. Have y'all been seeing all this art of Chapel Roan with armor on? No, I haven't actually. I have not seen any art of Chapel Roan with armor on yet. I've been hearing about it, but I haven't seen any. I've only heard tales of the Chapel Roan armor. I assume that's what she wore to the VMAs yesterday? I think that was the VMAs were, I don't know when the VMAs were. They weren't yesterday. Sketchathon stalled out a bit today, but it's all good. We'll continue on Monday. That happens. It's been kind of quiet over here, too. Hold on. The cats are wrestling. One sec. Guys. Alright. The cats are no longer wrestling. Okay. Sometimes when they wrestle, they make, like, noises like they're in pain, and then they're just, like, kind of laying there being silly. And I'm like, could you please just... It's like when kids scream, and you're like, oh my god, are you okay? And they're like, yeah, what? We're playing a game. And I'm like... You make me nervous, kid. You make me nervous. Exactly. Exactly. All the yelling. All the yelling. Now I just want to gush about all about Final Fantasy 7, all about Final Fantasy 7. Sorry to get you on such a deep hyperfixation train. I've only ever seen good things about it and only ever heard good things. I do really want to play it one day. One day when I have an ample amount of time, I'll be like, you know what? Today's the day. It's Final Fantasy Day. But I shan't spoil. Thank you. I do want to play it one day. One of these days. Oh, that's very bright. What do you think my top 5 games are currently, Nico? I ask, because I don't know if I know. I do think I know. But I'm not confident. There's a lot of games that I think are really, really good. I don't know if they're my top 5. Because there's a lot of games that I think are really good that I haven't played. I've only watched other people play, and I'm like, that's a perfect game. But I don't have the patience nor the skills to play that game. Animal Crossing, I bet, is up there. Which Animal Crossing? I actually don't know if Animal Crossing is in my top 5. It's really good. Animal Crossing is really good, but I don't think it's in my top 5. It had the staying power for a while, but it doesn't. I don't think it is currently. I have honestly no idea what your top 5 or 10 would be. Honestly, fair. That is totally fair. I talk a lot about games, but I'm sitting over here thinking, what are my top games? What are my top games? I don't even know. So if you guys don't know, that's totally fair, because I'm over here trying to decide so that I can give you guys let you guys know if you are right or not. Because like it's also definitely a different conversation if it's top 5 from this year or top 5 all time. Because like, I think my criteria for all time. I mean, my criteria is definitely more like, what are things that really resonated with me and I loved playing. Versus is this like a really technically beautiful, good game? Because there's some that are like honestly super simple and like are so poignant, that I would definitely put in my top 5 for like this year that I've played, but there are some, like, my all-time would probably be like less about how well made it is and more just how much it like feels like a part of me. Baldur's Gate 3, Stardew Valley, Planet Zoo, Breath of the Wild, neither Civ 5 or Civ 6. Interesting. I did consider a lot of those. Stardew Valley is definitely up there. Stardew Valley is definitely one of them. Is one of my top 5 for sure. Also, the ocean game you played with gone. Yes. Yep, that one is in my top 5. Yep. Endless Ocean, Blue World. Definitely top 5. Stardew Valley, Endless Ocean, Blue World. I was considering Baldur's Gate 3. I'm considering Baldur's Gate 3, honestly. Civ 5 or Civ 6 is fun, but I wouldn't put it in my top. I do play it when I need to turn my brain off, but I don't think I'd put that in my top. Wii Sports. I mean, Wii Sports is fucking great. Can't knock Wii Sports. It's perfect. See, part of me is like part of me is trying to decide between Planet Zoo and just straight up Zoo Tycoon. Because like classic like Zoo Tycoon 2 was so good, and I don't know if that's just because I remember it being super good, or if like that's just part of my like, oh my gosh, that's like just like part of my nostalgia for it, or if it was actually like technically a good game. Because Planet Zoo definitely has a lot of really good aspects to it, but there are parts of it that just seem too customizable for me, that really bogs down, bogs it down and makes it harder to sort of like makes it hard to sort of like be satisfied. Yeah, Zoo Tycoon, I feel like Zoo Tycoon has nostalgia buff for sure. But there are ways of things about Zoo Tycoon that when I'm playing Planet Zoo, I miss about Zoo Tycoon. Mainly how the building mechanics were just easier. But I was also, like, 12. So again, I don't know. I think currently what I'm landing on is my top 5. I don't know in what order. Is Stardew Valley, Endless Ocean, Blue World, and this is just all time. Stardew Valley, Endless Ocean, Blue World. I'll say Planet Zoo, since I wasn't sure about Zoo Tycoon. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is very controversial. And Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Something you might not know about me is that I'm a huge I was a huge Assassin's Creed girly. Big Assassin's Creed girly. It started with me watching my dad play Assassin's Creed when I was a kid, and I really liked it. And I really liked it. And so once I got old enough to kind of understand how to do the controls and how the game worked, I started playing it, and that was after the original Desmond trilogy. And I tried to do Black Flag, and I just didn't understand how to drive the fucking boat, so I didn't like Black Flag. And then Syndicate came out, and that is the one where you are twins and are in London, and it's basically like industrial era London, and a lot of the side quests are either weird like haunted shit that you're doing, socialism for like Karl Marx and stuff, or liberating children from factories for child labor, and basically taking down the corrupt corporatism of London at the time, which is I think super fucking cool. And you had guns and knives and a grappling hook, which was fucking sick. And and it was the first Assassin's Creed game I could like play well, and I finished by myself. So, it's got a big thing in my heart. Also, it was the first Assassin's Creed game where you could play as a woman. So there's that too. Though I do know that it is very controversial. Not a lot of people really liked it, which is why they, like, after Syndicate completely pivoted how they did Assassin's Creed games, and how they like did the mechanics and stuff, and basically just made it open world RPGs with like skill trees and stuff, whereas in regular Assassin's Creed you didn't really like, you could just like open up, like you could just get other abilities, and there wasn't really skill trees, and you could one-shot assassinate people. And then later on in Odyssey and after, you couldn't fucking assassinate people. You would just have to fight them. And it was stupid. And made me angry. Anyways. Syndicate is also very glitchy. Now. And I really want them to make a Syndicate remaster. Like, super, super, super bad. They've been remastering all of the other frickin' games. Why can't they remaster Syndicate? But I don't think they will, because it was not a very popular one. And yeah. I'm using OBS. I'm using OBS. Exactly. Post-Syndicate Assassin's Creed might as well be a different IP. 100%. 100%. I still like the games. I still think they're interesting, but it's like the mechanics are completely different. And what Bayek had, which was like in Egypt, was super cool. And I, as a history buff, I'm like super into Okay, I know I've complained about this before, and it really could just be me, but where does your mic level peak on the mixer? What do you mean? Like... Where does your mic peak on the mixer? Like, what number? Or, like, what do I have set it to? Like, what number does it get to when you talk? The highest it usually goes, like, when I'm talking normally, is, like, -20 or 25. And, like, if I talk a little bit louder, like this, it's at -15. And if I talk really, 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 really loud, it's at -10. And if I scream, it peaks out. But normal talking voice, depending on, like, how much emphasis I put on a word, is usually between -20 and -25. Yeah, and as I was saying, like, as a history buff, I like really as like someone that loves ancient cultures, like the like the Egypt time with like the Library of Alexandria and Odyssey. Yeah, I don't know, like with like Odyssey and the Norse stuff, like I really like the settings and the concept that they have for them, but like the mechanics are completely different, and I have to like make myself think that it's not actually an Assassin's Creed game, because like it's just, you're just not assassinating people, you're just like a lone warrior, and I'm like, that's cool, I guess, but I don't know. So like, yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of Assassin's Creed since Origins, with Bayek. And Bayek, Origins kind of had half regular mechanics and half new mechanics, and then they went full new mechanics in Odyssey. And I really liked Cassandra, but I could not finish Odyssey. It made me angry. The mechanics made me angry. And that's like the first time that like a game, like game's mechanics actually like really like irked me to a point where I was like, maybe I'll come back to it. I don't know. But yeah, no, Syndicate is I know Syndicate's like super controversial as an Assassin's Creed game. But yeah, that was the one that I first could play by myself, and it was the one that I finished all by myself. So it holds a special place in my heart for a lot of different reasons. So Syndicate's in my top 5. And I know that the one that a lot of people really hated that came out either right after or right before Syndicate, I can't remember, but it was like when they tried to do like a multiplayer Assassin's Creed game, and it was like in the French Revolutionary War, and it had a lot of like the gang mechanics that Syndicate had, and people like really hated it. And so I think people put a lot of flack onto Syndicate because Brotherhood. Yeah. People put a lot of flack onto Syndicate because they had the gang mechanics that Brotherhood had. But you were never, but it was like not multiplayer and like much more pared down than what Brotherhood had. As far as I know. I never played Brotherhood. I just knew that people hated it. And it came out roughly around the same time as Syndicate, in a similar time period, kinda. I don't know. It just came out around that time, and people were still mourning the loss of the original trilogy. So not a lot of people really liked it. And hey, I mean, that's okay. But in terms of plot and in terms of like the things you could do in the game, I really enjoyed it. And you, in a weird fucking flashback, or flash forward, you got to meet Winston Churchill, so, like, Winston Churchill on the top of Tower Bridge. Fucking wild. I talked about Syndicate probably way too much when I was in London. Because it's like, oh my god, that was in Syndicate, and that was in Syndicate, and that was... Oh, French Revolution was Unity. Okay, what was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? They also... I know they... Okay, I feel like people didn't like Unity or Brotherhood. Either one of those people hated. Both of those hated. And Syndicate came out also around the same time as those. And I feel like I got lumped into those. Like, I don't get it, because even when you were going as loud as you could, that's, like, base volume for every single other stream I watch, except maybe Oriole Vale, who I can't hear for shit. That's so weird, Ike. Oh, Brotherhood was the Assassin's Creed 2 sequel. Okay. Then it is Unity I'm thinking of. Right. That is so weird, Ike. I don't know why you're having a hard time hearing me. Because when I listen to my own VODs, I'm pretty loud. Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio Goes to Rome. Yeah, no. Assassin's Creed 2 was, I think, was and still is probably everyone's favorite. That one was remastered recently, and I probably should play it. Is there some, like, weird setting that you have on only specifically for my stream? I don't know why that would be the case, but... Yeah, I mean, I am in the green, but, like, I feel like being in the green is slightly better than being in the yellow. But I can go into the yellow if you think that might help. But I'm at, like, the top of the green. Did you manually turn down... No, your level's fine. It's just, like, output volume. Did you manually turn down the dB on your mic at all on the side slider, or is that just as is? I turned it down a little bit. Here, now it's as is at 0, 0. It was at, like, -2, because I know I usually talk loud. But now, here's what I sound like turned up just, like, a little bit. Now I'm kind of bouncing in between -20 and -15. Yeah. Okay, that's a little better. Yeah, this is what it is at 0, 0. It's at 0, 0. Now. It's just that the beginning of your sentences were entirely lost for me. Weird. Maybe it really is that just, like, I'm far away from my mic. Because, I mean, this is me talking, like, right next to my mic. I assume that's better. But, like, I'm usually over here. Because, the way that my screens are set up, my mic arm just doesn't... Crisp! Yeah, my mic arm just doesn't reach close enough to my face. And if I do get it close to my face, it'll just be in front of my screen. Am I using headphones? For what? Oh, you're asking Nico. And you're telling me that John's voice is usually fine for you? Because for me, John's stream is usually really quiet for me, and I have to, like, manually turn my speakers up so I can hear him. Yeah, because John is always super fucking quiet for me. Yeah, it could be mic distance. Because when you're up to the mic, it was perfect for me. 10 out of 10. Okay. Then it probably is just mic distance. I can maybe see if I can move my mic around and get it closer to my face. Like, if I open every other streamer in my follow list right now, they would utterly drown Bree out. Interesting. I think what Ike means is that just, like, if he watches anything else, I would be drowned out. So it's hard to lurk in both my stream and other people's streams. If you want to listen to other people, at least. I can do nothing but be 100% in on the stream, or else all my other content is too loud, even system sounds and such. Interesting. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. when I usually watch streams, I honestly, most things are usually quiet for me. And when I play video games, I usually play with, like, no sound on at all. So, like, there's that. I understand the want to be able to multitask. I can see what I can do about making my mic be closer to me. Without having to lean all the way over. Rocks. Can't reach the mic because she's so relaxed. Yep. Just really, I just lean all the way over here. There could be, there could maybe be a way. I don't know if it'd be closer, but it'd be more in front of me. And that might be better. It's the output of what your mic picks up and broadcasts through your streaming software. That's the issue. So if I turn the gain up, hold on. Is this turning the gain up or down? I think, okay, I think turns the gain down. So is this better? I could maybe turn the gain, like, all the way up. Oh. Okay. How's that? Is that better? Is this... I turned the gain all the way up. As far as it could go. So I mean, I guess, but if mic closer equals louder, then therefore mic placement does have a part of it. Hey, hi Odds. What's up, Emily? We're trying to figure out why I'm really quiet for Ike. Oh, my music stopped. Ooh. Boost the volume of your mic's output in OBS. Advanced audio properties? Ooh! Yeti microphone. How do you... How do you... How do you do that, Nico? How do I boost the volume of my mic's output in OBS? I assume it's in Yeti microphone. I mean, I assume it's in advanced audio properties. But... I don't know. Yes. We've determined that it's something to do with that I am just inherently quiet. Possibly because I'm far away from my mic. It should be on the capture of my mic audio. Okay. I mean, I'm at the highest it can go. I'm at 0.0 decibels. Unless you meant something else. Do keep in mind that I don't know what I'm doing. But how was the Small Press Expo, Emily? It was, I hope it was super fun. We started talking about video games and then started talking about audio, and now I'm distracted. I can see if that made a difference long term rather than trying one thing, checking, and trying another. So for now, here's some art, so I'm less of a stinker. It's okay, Ike. I mean, I want to make this stream available for everybody, obviously. And if I can easily change my audio quality without completely having to rearrange my desk setup, I will try it. Obviously. The expo was cool. Lots of zinesters and comic makers, and got to meet up with some friends. That's awesome. Meet anyone cool? Ooh. File safe. This is, oh, come on. Do the thing. This is what I was, look at how pretty. Yeah, no. When you said you drew a whole mech for $10, I was like, I wonder what kind of mech. Jesus Christ. Juicy crust, Ike. Juicy crust. That is one detailed fucking mech for $10? That ain't a sketch, my friend. That's comic level worthy right there. Jeez. Cheese its rice. It do be a mech. It do be a mech. Wow. Aren't they neat? Also, I really love what you did for both that Leah and Ambi. I love the hair. Very pretty. It's a loader exosuit from Star Citizen. I look. It seemed recognizable, but I didn't know what from. Cool. Big machine. Doing tech support from a phone is not it. That's fair. That's fair, Nico. I hope you can get your PC back soon. I cropped out the funny BB and Shiloh Tucker and Dale sketch. No, we gotta see the funny sketch. We gotta see the funny sketch. How dear. How dear. Officer has been a doozy of a day. Aww. Look at him. Shiloh's holding the boot. Shiloh's holding the boot. Man, your ability to sketch is so impressive. Very comprehensive, so quickly. And so cute. A boot what? I don't know a boot what. You tell me. Ugh. Yeah, we got too carried away. I was noticing that. I was like, I was gonna take a break at an hour 30 because I was like, you know what, it's kind of a slow day, and then as always we get carried away. So cute, Ike. Well, I'm sorry it was a slow day, but this is incredibly impressive. Definitely more than you probably should have done for $10, but it's incredibly impressive regardless. Like, mech and armor and perspective, that's freaking beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. You did a really good job. And I'm just out here doing base colors for the background, because I figured out how I wanted to kind of do Blossom's, like, face coloring and stuff, and then I was like, cool, I'll do that for the rest of the body, and then I was like, you know what? Rendering is boring right now. I don't want to do render. I want to color the background. He got distracted. Ugh. Sleepy day. Sleepy day. I mean, it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. I stayed up late, and it's freaking raining. Whenever it's raining, I'm so tired. But alright. Let's take a quick break, everybody. Let's take a quick break. And then when I come back, I would love to hear, Saturday. Yes. I'll see if I can lure, either of the kitties in here to hang out with us. But when I come back, I would like to hear everybody's favorite or top five video games. It can either be all time, or it can be top 5 that you've played this year. I answered what my top 5 of all time were. And I haven't talked about what my top 5 this year is, so ruminate on that during the break, but please go de-water, re-water, grab a snack, take your meds, stretch, whatever else you need to do to take care of you, and I'll be back lickety split. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you all had a very, very good break and took care of your corporeal form. If you have not already, please go de-water, re-water, and grab a snack. And stretch. Take care of yourself, my friends. Take care of yourself. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a great break. I see some of you have already been putting in your top 5s. I'm excited. Crazy says, Deus Ex Machina Revolution. Deus Ex Human Revolution. Zelda Link's Awakening. Brave Fencer Musashi. Final Fantasy VII, and Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. I will say, I think I've only heard of 2 of those. Those are all very interesting titles, though. Very interesting titles. I've only ever heard of Deus Ex Machina. I didn't realize that Deus Ex Human Revolution was a thing. And I've never heard of Brave Fencer Musashi. And I assume Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty is in the Cyberpunk 2077 universe. Yeah, Link's Awakening is a good effing choice. That one and Final Fantasy VII are the ones that I've heard of. And I've heard people nut over both of those, honestly. I 100% know what my number 1 is. Just gotta figure out an order for 4 through 5. I mean, you can just decide on... You don't have to decide on an order if you don't want to. I didn't decide on an order. I just kind of said what they were in no particular order. Human Revolution is the 3rd one. Ah, okay. Ike's says, I think in terms of lifelong gaming, in no particular order, Halo, CE, Fallout 4, Minecraft, Stardew Valley, and Red Dead 2. I was gonna say, I knew a Fallout game had to be in there for you, Ike. I'm glad that we share Stardew Valley. Minecraft is also a good shout. And I've heard of very good things about Red Dead 2. Haven't played it. Heard very good things, though. For the first time in a long time, I had delivery pizza yesterday. So today I'm having cold pizza for the first time in equally a long time. Ooh, I hope you have a very good time on your pizza journey. I had Thai food yesterday. And then for lunch, I had leftover Thai food. And then today, for dinner, I think I'm going to have leftover canes. Very healthy choices I'm making over here. Yeah. If you missed my my list, I said not what I wanted. There we go. I said Stardew Valley, Planet Zoo, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Stardew Valley, Planet Zoo, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Endless Ocean Blue World, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Those are my all-time. Number 5 is Halo Reach. Number 4, Breath of Fire 3. Number 3, Lies of P. Number 2, Hollow Knight. And number 1, Outer Wilds. How did I know that our Outer Wilds was gonna be your number 1? How did I know that? And I'm very happy that you chose Planet Zoo odds. That's exciting. Yeah, for this year it's a Mario Wonder, Breath of the Wild, Summer House, Baldur's Gate 3, and Planet Zoo. I was debating whether or not Baldur's Gate would go on my all-time, but I think Baldur's Gate is probably on my... Well, I played it mostly last year. I haven't played it a whole lot this year. Summer House is also a really good pull. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is probably gonna have to be on my this year. Top 5. Yeah. Oh, gosh. This year is so hard. Part of it is also I have to just remember all of the games I've played this year. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is definitely in that list, as well as Strange Horticulture. I really, really like Strange Horticulture. What are other games I've played this year? I've played so many. I need like a year in review. It'd be stupid if I put Stardew Valley on this year, but we played Stardew Valley so much this year. So much Stardew Valley this year. Oh boy. Oh Boise. Oh Boise. Speaking of, I want to do more of the bonded farm with y'all. I do too, Ike. I do too. It was a whole lot of fun. I love playing on the bonded farm. We got to find some time to schedule and play it again. Because I've mostly played games on the Switch this year. And I don't have my Switch with me. And so now I'm having object permanence problems. Because mostly games that I've played this year are ones that I finished, but I've played other years too. But I guess that doesn't really matter. I think this year I'll probably say Stardew Valley, Strange Horticulture, Baldur's Gate 3, Chance of Sonar, and oh, and Witchwood. I think those would be my top 5. Witchwood, Strange Horticulture, Stardew Valley, Chance of Sonar, and Baldur's Gate 3. No, Potion Craft is a great game, but I don't think it's in my top of anything. It's just kind of, it's sort of more of just feels like an idle game. Trains of Sonara just because I finished it last night, and I definitely know I've played it this year. But, like, I'm just looking at, like, what I've played on Steam this year, and it's, like, Fields of Mystria, I've played a lot of, and that's most recent, but I haven't played enough. I've only played a season in it, so I don't feel like I can, like, accurately say that that's a high one. I don't know. There's so many good games. It's so much easier to choose between nostalgia. It's so much easier to choose between nostalgias. And versus actually physically remembering what I've done in the past few months. Who would have thought? The other one that was a top contender was Little Kitty Big City. That was really, really fun. I really loved Little Kitty Big City. Ooh, you have to kick the Halo out of your top 5? Ooh, number 5 is Warframe. That feels so weird to say, but it's also just right. Hey, sometimes what feels right is not what people would expect, and that's okay. I'm thinking too much about playing video games and not doing not enough drawing. No, it's time to only think about video games. It's time to only think about video games. I mean, that's honestly my plan for what to do after stream, is to play Reika. Which, if some of you remember that game when I was in one of our community days that we were doing a few months ago, the Reika demo came out. And you are playing as the apprentice witch of Baba Yaga. Well, yeah, the demo came out a few months ago, and then this weekend, it came out in early access, and I was like, okay, so that's gonna be my evening plans, is I'm going to play that game. How about Lego Fortnite and No Man's Sky? They must be my favorite because I spend most of my time playing them. See, that's the other thing, Dad, where I was like, okay, well, I spend a lot of time playing city builders, but are those my favorite? Are those, like, my top 5? Like, I think this is, like, a really, 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 like, good game. Yeah, Invert was playing Reika earlier today. Invert was playing Reika, and I was like, oh, Invert's playing Reika. I really want to play Reika. I really want to play Reika. So that's what I'm gonna spend the rest of my night doing. Heck yeah. But yeah, I mean, like a lot of the games that I've played this year. I mean, Stardew Valley is a huge one. Obviously, Stardew Valley is a huge one. But things that I just kind of like play idly. I've played a lot of Potion Craft idly. I've played a lot of Disney Dreamlight Valley, but I also wouldn't put that in my top 5. I played a lot of Dwarf Romantic, which I think is really fun, but again, I wouldn't put that in my top 5. Like, they're just like idle games that I play while I do work for my ADHD, which I think they're really fun. Or like Fabledom, which is like a city builder. Or Kingdoms and Castles, which is also another city builder, and things like that, where I really enjoy them, but like, I don't know. It's interesting. No Man's Sky is definitely my favorite game of now, but I do like it more than other games in that genre that I've played as hard before. But do I like it more than other games in that genre that I played as hard before? And how do I compare that to other genres? No, 100%. That's how I feel a lot about, like... Like, there's a lot of games are really good. A lot of games are really fucking good. But they're also, like... I don't know. They're games that they're games that I play for different reasons, and I guess my like when I'm say like top 5s, they're the games that have like made me like feel, or made me feel the most, or get really lost in the sauce, or like I feel really engaged with it. And so like idle games, like city builder games, which I enjoy playing, but they're not really like, they're more like turn off brain kind of you know, just sort of put like, it's like put a YouTube video on in the background sort of game. But alright, I think just because my brain is turning off and I'm only thinking about video games, I think I'm going to call it here for this piece. We did a lot of the, we did most of the base colors, and did a lot of, we finished the rendering on Blossom's head, and now we just kind of have to do the rest of her body and then the rest of the piece. But you know, I'll get there one day. Before November. Somehow. But yeah. I think that's gonna be the end of this. I did request doing a cooldown doodle, but I think instead of doing a poll today, I think I just kind of wanna do the quick doodle that Amity requested earlier. If that seems good for all of you, since we're kind of close to the end, and all of this talk about video games makes me really, 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 really want to go play video games. I would do what I've promised and then go be a hermit for a little bit. Video games. Video games. Alright, it's hermit hours. It's hermit hours. Blossom, you look beautiful. Background is slightly messy, but we have colors down. We have a gradient map that we will put over things. It's all coming up. It's all coming up, Blossom. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That is 100% what I will be like in just a second, Chrissy. Alright. Oblivion and Witcher 3 might be my fave games ever, but our Red Dead 2 and GTA 5 are up there. And I always enjoy 4x strategy type games, the Total War games, Age of Empires, Caesar, Pharaoh, and the Past. Oh yeah, those are really good too. I can probably say with reasonable certainty that my favorite ever is the original XCOM UFO, Enemy Unknown, because I've played that off and on for over 25 years now. Always happy to go back to it, but after that, it's more like the pyramid of needs than a hierarchy. Honestly, you know, that's fair. That's totally fair. I can 100% nail down that top 4 lineup, but that 5th spot is so hard to decide. I feel you. There's, like, some games are, like, kind of, like, these are all, this type of game is all just kind of, like, in the, like, this is my, like, 5th tier of game, and they're all kind of about the same. And I feel that. I feel that. That's why I didn't put them in any order, because I couldn't decide on the order. So maybe a top 5 list for me has to be Oblivion, Witcher 3, Red Dead 2, GTA 5, and Total War Warhammer 3. Ooh. That's cool. That's a solid lineup. That is a solid lineup. I have weird criteria about video games that I'm pretty sure most people don't have. Or I mean, not criteria, but what ticks my brain is, I think, different than most of the consumer market. But alright, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's draw Breed in the bright one. Or Bridget in the bright one. Dun, 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 dun. Hey! Hi, Barb! It's so great to see you! Welcome on in! Hello, hello, hello! Congrats on getting medicated. Huge congrats on getting medicated. There's the middle. That's a good middle. Okay. Our twin stars. I got diagnosed with ADHD last month and started meds today. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Congrats. Yeah, my line tool is drunk. Did I ever tell you about Witch Hand? I don't think so. I don't think so. Pretty fun fact, the couple you helped make a comic for is pregnant. Oh, that's so great to hear. I'm so happy for them. I'm going to assume no because it's not on your wish list. Fair. I looked away and looked back and thought you were drawing the front view of a mosquito at first. This makes way more sense. Yes, no, these are girls. It would be hilarious if it was the front view of a mosquito, though. have a vision. I don't know if I will get it done in time. We will see. Like those drawing tutorial memes. Draw a circle, draw another circle, draw a wavy line. They're turning it into a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette. I mean, sometimes that does feel how drawing works. Sometimes you're like, yeah, that is kind of how drawing work, don't it? Now this is when I learn if I'm actually okay at anatomy. Drawing is just, feet are just not in my repertoire today. Usually I'm pretty good at them. Either get the feet right the first time or struggle for 20 minutes. There's no in between. Yeah. I wish things were a little easier, but, you know, hey. I wish I was like, you know? Where I could bang out a fully lined thing in 20 minutes. But no. I don't have that confidence. I heard that. And I wish I had $1 million. Yep. I'm not done yet. I have a concept. There we go. Not quite as yin-yangy as I wanted it to be, but you know, hey. It's what I could get done in 20 minutes. Your damn legs. I thought the legs would be easy. They were not. But there we go. I kind of did it as them as sort of like adolescents. Less of them like in their truly fully realized archfey forms. Kind of like them as star beings, sort of. Before the Bright One fell to the Feywild. There we go. The bright side of the star and the dark side of the star. Because it was easier to draw children than fully realized people. There we go. Alright. I kind of want to keep on this concept a little bit, but this is a good concept for later. The bright star and the dark star. Yeah, babies! They're twin star constellation vibes. Look at them. So pretty. So cute. Twinsies. Ugh. I wanna, this is a great concept. I wanna do much. Very cutesy, very demure. As the kids say. Yes. Yes. As the kids say. As the TikTok trend was that I don't understand. As it is for the TikTok trend that I do not understand. And don't know where it came from. I just saw it on, people, all I've seen is people parodying it. Parodying it? Yeah, all I need, like, people parodying it, and, it on road signs now, for people to, I don't know, there was a road sign, there was a road sign about, like, wearing a seatbelt, and it said, it is very, whatever the first one is, it's very something very, it's very, something very demure. It's something and very, it's very something very demure to wear a seatbelt when you drive. And I'm like, I know that that's referencing a TikTok trend, but the context eludes me. Oh boy. Mindful, thank you. It's very mindful and it's very mindful, very demure to wear a seatbelt. And I'm like, thank you, thank you road construction people, I appreciate it. I do wish that I do wish that I knew where it came from and not just that it's one of those TikTok trends that I don't understand. Maybe I will look it up. Maybe I'll look it up so I get the full context. But thank you very much for everybody for coming. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me today. We did we're doing very good. We're doing very good. Blossom is blossoming into her fully realized self. We just have a little bit more of her, to render. Got a little bit more render to do, make her look a little bit more iridescent, all those things. Dwagon. She's looking very dwagon. Looking very good. We did all of the base colors today, and kind of getting our vibes. We got our gradient map, you know. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're getting there. And we drew the twins. Drew our lovely twins, so. I've had a lovely stream today, just kind of vibing with you all, talking about video games, and just kind of, being sleepy on this here Saturday. So, thank you all so much for joining me. I will be back on Tuesday, for something. I'll be doing something on Tuesday. It's written down somewhere, and I will be doing something on Tuesday. I don't remember what. It'll either be, probably what I'm doing on Tuesday is starting another calendar page, to be honest. That seems right. Because we're not doing it on Saturday, because Saturday is our community gaming stream next week. So, alright, so on Tuesday we're doing September, we're starting September's calendar page. So, there will be a poll in Discord probably on Monday for who we will draw on Tuesday. So, very exciting. Very, very exciting. September, we have September, October, November, and December left to draw. And then I will, have to catch up and finish all of the calendar pages that I said that I would do off stream. I don't overwork myself. But it'll be okay. I'll catch up and it'll be good. But yeah, so Tuesday we'll be back for starting a brand new calendar piece. And then on Thursday we will be starting a new commission, and if we don't have the stuff for the new commission by then, we'll just be continuing honestly just doing as much work as we can on Thursday, playing catch up, if not starting a brand new commission. And then on Saturday we are gonna be doing a community game stream where we're gonna be playing some more Among Us. So if you are interested in that at all, come and hang out with me at this same bat time, same bat channel at 3:30 p.m. Central. We're gonna be playing some Among Us and maybe other community games if people are interested. So, packed week next week. Among Us. Yeah, packed week next week. And then yeah, that's what we got going on next week. So I will see you all on Tuesday for another full week of content. I will see you all very soon. Please have a great rest of your weekend, and until then, see you on the interwebs. Goodbye! Good night, everyone.